Good morning, sir. I am Moses Ojo Chenemi, God's Special from the Global Christian Updates. Today is the 19th day of February 2022. Please, sir, can you introduce yourself to us and tell us where we are and what we are doing here?
I am Pastor Jerry Adanu, Servant Church Ankpa, and in Kogi State. We are into a restoration seminar that started on 17th February and is ending today, 19th February 2022.
Okay, where are we, sir? Which country? Which state?
Oh, okay. We are in Ankpa, the headquarters of Ankpa local government area, Kogi State, Nigeria.
So what can we really know about Ankpa? Is Ankpa one of the cities of the Igala land? What is Ankpa position in the Igala land?
Ankpa is one of the native authorities of those days. Then we had three native authorities, the Kina, Ida, and Ankpa. So Ankpa is the headquarters of Ankpa division. Yes, I mean to say Ankpa division. But right now, we already have it as the headquarters of Ankpa local government area. It shares boundary with Otukpolo government area in Benue, in Olamabaro local government area of Kogi State. And so it is a part of North Central because it's located in Kogi, and Kogi happens to be in North Central zone of Nigeria.
Sir, we started the seminar since on 17th. What is your take from the ongoing seminar? What do you have to say about it?
The restoration seminar is a seminar that the church in Nigeria needs at the moment because it is full of education, it is full of enlightenment, it is full of revival messages, bringing the church back to where it should be. So the restoration seminar is quite enriching. It is full of enlightenment. It helps one to be exposed to the reality of our time and that what we need to do as a church to bring back the glory of God to Nigeria and to the church of our time.
Wow, thank you, sir. You said something striking after I was done, giving the lecture yesterday. That because I spoke extensively yesterday about some of the steps we should take, that we should purge ourselves and the sanctuary of God and our land of idolatry, of whoredom. And we talked about whoredom, talking about the spiritual whoredom, which is idolatry, and the physical whoredom, which is sexual immorality. And then on that regard, you spoke about what you saw when you went for mission field. Can you tell us exactly what you said that you witnessed when you went to the mission field, and what the so-called the herbalists told you about what the pastors are coming to do with them? Please, sir, can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
This is a practical discussion I had with one of the men in the village we went, who is into idolatry, who told us, he challenged us that there are some of our pastors in the cities, Abuja, Lagos, who are looking for power. They are looking for ways of attracting crowd into their churches. They go there to make charms so that people can troop into their churches, and they will normally come back to appease the God,
Pay their vows.
to pay their vows, so to say. And that is what is happening. They come there to get power, to run a church. Which church that is run outside the power of the Holy Spirit, that should be called a church. But that is what is happening among some of our pastors in the cities. And sometimes their members will think that it is the power of God. So it's a shame to us. It's a shame to us. But that is what some pastors do.
I think, can you describe a little bit what you say you saw? You say when you went there that there were so many heads of idols.
Yeah.
And he says some of them belong to pastors. I think you said that.
Yeah.
Can you really tell us?
The number of shrines in that community is more than the number of houses in the community, because one house could be surrounded with 30, 50 shrines. And I asked them, what are these things doing? You are only one family in this place. Who owns all these shrines? And the man told me that they belong to some so-called Christians who are living in the cities, who normally come there to plant their idols, and they send money to them to make sacrifices on their behalf.
To service those altars.
Yes. So they actually belong to some so-called Christians that are living in the cities.
What of the pastor? The pastor you said something about the pastor, one of the particular pastor, that he has an idol there. He said he used to come. I think he mentioned one particular pastor. Can you tell us more about that one?
Well, he didn't give me the name of the pastor, but he said when the pastor came initially, the pastor made a vow that after the charm he made for him yields results, he will come back to give the man a G-chain motorbike, which he did. The man came back again and made a pledge that if he gets more harvest of members into his church, he will come back and build a flat for the man. So that is the extent that some of us have gone into idolatry, and it is quite embarrassing in our time.
So, sir, can you tell us of the second one you encountered, the pastor who was now where you went to another place again, the one you told me?
Okay, yeah, I visited that one. It was one early morning who I visited an old man who was making sacrifice to his idol early that morning, and I met him and the idol outside around 6 a.m. And I came purposely to witness to him, and he said that he has an idol, and the name of the idol in our language is Ucho, and that idol is normally receive sacrifice when you have not eaten, when you have not brushed. So, and he told me that he has power, and the power he has is such that once he gives you that power, you can see what is happening far away, even in UK, in USA, in Lagos. You can describe the uniform the person is wearing, the shoe, the height, the color, the complexion, the color of the car, the kind of the car. You can see it using that spiritual telescope. They have their spiritual telescope, and then they will use that to deceive people as if it is the Spirit of God that is giving them the revelation, whereas in the actual sense, it is demonic. So the man told me that if I were ready, he will empower me with such spirit so that I can prophesy, I can be anywhere.
See visions.
And then, see vision and describe anyone that is living far away. And then tell him, you are short, you are tall, you are fair, you are dark, you are wearing agbada, red color, black color, so that they can believe that I am truly a man of God. So he gave me that option, but I know that whatever comes from the devil is devilish, is demonic. It can never be used to achieve God's purpose. So many people go there for such powers. all in the name of becoming popular or winning crowds or whatever could be their reasons for going.
So you came to preach to him, but the first and foremost preach to you.
Yeah, he advertised.
He advertised.
I know. To me.
And he told you he has empowered many other pastors.
Many others.
That if you want, you should try and see. So he was like, test and see my own first.
Yeah. And finally, when I finished with him, he told me he was not ready to surrender his life to Christ, that he's an idol worshiper and all of that. So, but you know, some of us who go there to look for power confuse such people. Except God's divine intervention, they will not even believe that there is God and that our own God is more powerful than their idols. It's all a bundle of confusion we are creating for unbelievers out there who are given to idolatry.
Wow, so this is a serious case, and I pray, because there is so much confusion. You know, people who come to church give money for them to service altars from them. Pastors also go to their erect altar and service those altars and use it to work for God. I think we're in a great mess. And with what we heard yesterday, with this thing ongoing, we cannot win the battle against the caliphate. I think our first battle now is the battle to stop idolatry in the church. And then among us Christians, if not that, we cannot fight the enemy without, if you have not been able to defeat the enemy within. So we have a long way to go, sir. Very long way. And we trust God that the Lord will really help the church to come out of this mess, sir. So, sir, what is your last word for our viewers on this issue of this ongoing? Because a lot of them are there. A pastor told me confidence that a pastor, they co-founded church together at the point went and got satanic powers. So he had to withdraw from ministry and go low for the next 10 years. He said that pastor is in Abuja now. He's a great man of God in Abuja, making waves. People are running there. But he knows that the power he's using is not godly power. So our people are confused, sir. They don't even know which one is which again. So, sir, what do you have to say to a lot of Christians out there who patronizes, pastors patronizes these babalawos, these native doctors, witch doctors, and then Christians who give money for, you know, or all these idolatrous, festivals and powers. So what is your word for them, sir?
Yes, I am appealing to all pastors. Some of them may have genuine mandate to preach the gospel, but along the way, they fell out. My counsel is that let us all go back to God, to cry to God, to sanitize His church. The church needs to be sanitized. And even those of us that are standing, that are not involved in those fetish activities, should fall on our knees to pray for such people and then try to intervene on behalf of our nation and intensify evangelism, and then begin to preach the truth and challenge even our members that we are keeping in church to stand right, to mend their ways and return to Christ. That is the only solution. It is only God that can help us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Viewers, God bless you. I remain Moses Ojochonemi, God Special from the Global Christian Update. We encourage you as you watch this that you forward it to other people, other contacts. You don't know whom this will reach out to, and this will save that person. Because one thing we know is that the time has come, sir, for us to change our message. You know, in 1 Samuel chapter 7 that we read on the first day, you know, the people of God came crying to Samuel about their situation. And Samuel blew the trumpet. He told them, turn away from your idolatry. If not, that you will not get deliverance. And the people obeyed Samuel, and they turned away from the idolatry, and God intervened. So I think our voice as ministers of the gospel, the remnant voice, must be amplified, urging pastors and members who are going to idolatry to do what? Samuel specifically said it, turn away from your idolatry, from your worship of Baal and Ashtaroth, and the Lord himself will return to you. So we are at a crossroad And the only saving grace is for us to turn away. Pastors who are involved in this thing, the Lord is speaking to you, turn away from these evil ways. And then when we do so, the Lord will intervene. And the same way God intervened and helped them, and Samuel raised a stone of an altar called Ebenezer, for the Lord has so far helped us. God is going to help us.
Amen.
Nigeria is not bound to collapse. Nigeria is destined to be restored, to be revived, and to fulfill God's eternal counsel. But we cannot continue in worldom and think that God will intervene. As a matter of fact, the ark of the Lord is ready to return to Nigeria. It's already on the way. So God is expecting us. The Bible says in 1 Samuel 16, David prepared the place. No, 1 Chronicles 16, David prepared the place that he brought the ark. So we need to prepare our churches. We need to prepare our families. We need to prepare also even our land. We are now in the Igala land. So the Igala people must prepare, the Igala church must prepare the land so that the ark of the Lord can return to the Igala land. And the Nigerian church must prepare our land so that the ark can return to Nigeria, because the ark will return to a prepared place. And when the ark comes, which we said in this teaching, that the ark is what? God with us. When God tabernacle with his people, they will have peace. And we saw from Isaiah chapter 32 and 15, he said, until the Spirit of God be what? Be poured upon us from on high. When it comes, peace will come. Economic boom will come. There will be national restoration. So the hope of Nigeria in this critical time is the return of the ark that will bring about restoration and total peace and assurance and quietness. The Lord bless you. Please forward this message and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Lord bless you. Thank you and God bless you. So peradventure you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us on 08033921213. We are available for the National Restoration Program in every local government, in every tribe and every state in Nigeria. God bless you. Shalom Maranatha.